Joining us now in the EAGE TV studio is Edward Wiarda, Vice-President of the EAGE. Edward, thanks so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be in lovely Vienna at this great venue, and yeah, it's a pleasure.
So how is the conference going then so far, and what have been your highlights, or what are your upcoming highlights?
Oh, plenty of highlights. The biggest one so far was the opening ceremony yesterday. It was a great ambiance and a full room. Attendance is high, and you could taste the energy. And after that, just at the icebreaker and meeting up with old friends and new acquaintances was a great thing to do.
So the theme this year is securing a sustainable future together. How does that tie in and relate to the work of the EAGE?
Just to focus on the together part, I think where that ties in is that moving forwards we will see an increase in the transfer of knowledge in many different ways. We will be transferring knowledge from one domain, from the classical oil and gas industry towards the sustainable energy circle and domain. There's a lot of transferable skills there, but also we have to acknowledge that there's still a big crew change going on. So we want to transfer all the knowledge and wisdom from the old guard towards the new generation of geoscientists and engineers who's going to help us with the energy transition in the future. And then finally, there's a transition of a digital transformation, a transition of data. We're sitting on a heap of data, and we really want to within the EAGE and within this conference, we want to start facilitating the transfer and the liberation of the data to use it for the good, for the energy transition.
So your tenure as president starts very soon. What's your priority for the year?
Many spear points in my quiver, but the one I'm going to focus on most is a continuation actually of what we have been doing in the last year. We've seen the launch of the new Sustainable Energy Circle earlier this year, and we want to build onto that by growing that circle. We planted the seed, now we have to take the next step, and the logical next step would be to grow organically the communities underneath the Sustainable Energy Circle from bottom upwards. So it's going to be building the geothermal domain or community, CCS, etc. All the interesting topics that you can see behind us in the technical sessions. So that will be my main priority to make that less abstract and to create content to go with this new structure that we've created for ourselves moving forwards.
And as we move forwards, how do you see the future looking for the EAGE and for its members?
Looking forwards a little bit further into the future, I emphasize that the EAGE and its members play a more pivotal role in communicating, engaging and also advising the wider non-technical public, and that can range from decision makers to regulators to communities, but also investors in new energy technologies and solutions. So we are very comfortable talking inwards towards each other technicians and engineers and geoscientists. But I think especially the Sustainable Energy Circle, they need to talk to explain what they're doing as we are operating closer to the communities. So I think we have to be better at that. That's what the future I think holds.
Well, Edward, thank you so much for dropping by. It's been a great pleasure to talk with you, and we wish you every success for your year ahead.
Thank you so much. Pleasure was all mine. Thank you, Sam.